Item number 2 is the approval of the January 22nd minutes. They were emailed to everyone. Everyone's had a chance to take a look. If not, we've got copies that we can pass around.
I move to be approved.
Second.
A motion and a second for approval. Any further discussion? Not all indicate approval by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Item number 3 is consideration of the final subdivision plat for property located on Eugene Reed Road and Lonnie Smith Road, Lakers Pond Division.
Yes, Rob Stewart. Rob, please bring the plat up. I'll let him pass those out while I read the description. Everybody can see, I'll go ahead and all right, so this is the Rob Todd division. We're gonna subdivide 11.70 acres into 9 proposed new lots from property located on Eugene Reed Road and Lonnie Smith Road. Lots would range in size from 0.70 acres to 1.90 acres, and all lots are currently vacant. We do require a fire hydrant if there are more than 5 lots that are being developed. However, in this case, the city of Woodbury is not able to provide the fire protection due to the lack of pressure and flow. And so we did receive a letter from them stating as such, and I will attach that. I put it in with his preliminary plat. They are served by an existing 4-inch water line and would comply with all other Cannon County subdivision regulations and Cannon County zoning resolutions. This plat was presented before us last month, passed preliminary, and Mr. Todd has informed me that there have been no changes between the preliminary plat and the final, and I have inspected it and I agree with him. And so I would recommend the approval of this final plat pending signature.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion for approval. Do we have a second? Second, Mr. Reed? Okay. We'll open the floor for discussion. I thought I'd bring up, in the future, as water lines are upgraded and stuff like that, and they would be able to service fire protection like this, what would that scenario be?
You mean if the city were to come in and put a 6-inch water line there, and fire protection would become available, it would just be up to the city or the property owners to put that in. We can't go back and retroactively ask developers to put.
Sure. Makes sense. Any other further discussion? No, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries.
Actually, I did. I apologize. Yes, I did. The next one, Mr. Chairman, would be the Bill Williams division. Mike has that one. Thank you, Mr. Todd. And I'll let him present that. And the rest of the items will be staff approved. And I'll report on those as well. Okay? Thank you, John. Okay, so this is the Bill Williams division. We are creating one proposed new lot from property larger than 5 acres located on Arthur Hollis Lane. The proposed new lot would consist of 2.01 acres, an existing residential structure. It will be served by an existing water line. Do we know, you said you didn't know what it was right now?
That turns out to be a service line, actually.
Okay, coming off of the line on Jim Cummings
Yeah,
Highway?
the water meter's out by Jim Cummings Highway.
Okay, so it'll be served by a private service line.
Private service line.
And then we would require 15-foot right-of-way variance due to the fact that Arthur Hollow Lane is a very small county road. However, it is existing. But, I mean, is this the only property that Arthur Hollis Lane serves, or does it serve
Yes, the
Mr.
two
Bickle,
sides,
the Bickle
the
property?
Helton property and the Bickle property use it also, just to get the back.
So
of the
it
lot.
serves three parcels.
Serves three
So I'm not concerned about that right away there, Mayor. And I'm guessing it would be also pending signatures, is that correct?
Yes.
And it would be coming off that Williams property there to the extreme west there, say Williams C. Williams property. Yeah, and the access for that property, it's actually being combined with a much larger tract that has access on another
That's
public
correct.
road.
It's being combined with the Bickle property, to the south and the west. There's about 250 acres.
You give a recommendation?
Yes, sir, recommend approval.
We have a recommendation from our planner. Any motion, any questions that you have?
I got that.
What do you need?
A motion for approval or
I'll
disapproval?
move we approve.
A motion to approve, second. Second. Motion, any further discussion? Nope. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Did you have another plan?
It's staff approval.
Okay, okay. All right, thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm going to close the staff report on revision.
And the daily.
And the daily.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pass these plats around just so you guys can see them. These are plats that, were 2 lots or less, required no variances, and have been staff approved. They don't require any action from us, but I always bring our staff approval plats, for the board, so they can take a look at them, just to see what's going on. So this one is the Gary Reed division. It is creating one proposed new lot for property larger than 5 acres located on Lassiter Road. The proposed new lot would consist of 2.14 acres, an existing residential structure, an existing accessory structure. The proposed new lot would be served by an existing well and would comply with all Camden County subdivision regulations and zoning resolution. 2 acres required for water, or for lots without public water, and it does meet that 2.14. Two more.
Tommy, can you explain one more time, why are these individual, they're not part of the subdivision, but they meet what requirement, which requires them to come?
Sure, absolutely. So these are called administratively approved plats. They're anything that is 2 lots or fewer, so a 1-lot division or a 2-lot division can't fall under this. And that if they do not have, if they meet all of our requirements and do not require any variances,
Okay,
they can do this.
Okay, see this.
so what's the definition, what does this county define as a subdivision now? Could it be one house?
Well, we go by the state definition of subdivision, which basically is any division of property or any movement of property lines that's less than 5 acres, and that does not require any new infrastructure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So those tracts are considered subdivisions of property, but they're less than 2 lots. So we can't approve, I can approve those administratively, myself and Mr. Hackett.
Okay.
And Mr. Hackett basically checks my administrative approval, and then if he agrees with me, then he signs off.
Okay, and he has, because he's
Secretary.
secretary, okay.
And is that the butcher division right there? Okay. The Gwynn Butcher division that you guys are looking at now is a one lot subdivision from property larger than 5 acres located on Blue Hill Road. The proposed new lot would consist of 2.74 acres, an existing residential structure, and 2 existing accessory structures. The proposed new lot would be served by an existing 6-inch water line and would comply with all Cannon County subdivision regulations and the Cannon County zoning resolution. And Pat, if you've heard me say, creating one lot from property larger than 5 acres. So there is a remainder,
Okay,
but it's larger than 5 acres, and thus it's not subject to our jurisdiction.
okay.
Then I have one more. I've got to read the description off of it, and then I'll pass it around in case there are any questions. This is the Brian Dale division, and what we're doing is we're taking 4.16 acres and dividing it into 2 proposed new lots for property located on Poplar Bluff Road or State Route 96. Lot 1 would consist of 3.03 acres, an existing residential structure, looks like 2 existing accessory structures. No, I'm sorry, 3 existing accessory structures. And lot 2 is 1.13 acres, would consist of an existing residential structure and also 3 existing accessory structures, served by an existing water line and complies with all Cannon County subdivision regulations and zoning requirements. I can come down here and show you guys what we're doing here. You can see up here, this is what the lot looked like before. Basically, if you just go around to the outside, just get there right there. You have to just go right there. There's a lot here, and this is the new line. Okay. Y'all understand on that right there? What we're doing here? Just create a line right there. Okay. Again, they all complied with all of our regulations, 2 lots or less.
So anytime, what is the differentiation between administrative approval and then, is it the number of lots?
The number of lots and compliance.
Okay,
Like Mr. Williams, we had to give him a right-of-way variance.
okay,
So I could not legally, administratively approve that plat. It needs to come before, I don't have the authority to give a variance, only the planning commission does.
okay. I understand.
And that's a variance from our subdivision regulations. If it was a variance from the Board of Zoning, if it was a variance from our zoning ordinance,
Then
it would
it's-
go in front of the Board of Zoning Appeals.
Okay.
But the zoning ordinance does not require any right-of-way dedication, but our subdivision regulations do.
Right, okay.
I know that's a lot, but
No, but I'm just trying to learn, but it makes, because my thought of what a subdivision is not the legal definition
Sure.
that you are talking about, so.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot clearer.
I would say from what you're talking about, Tricia, our subdivision regulations state anything over 5 lots or greater, you have to have fire protection. I consider that probably something that's gonna be divided for residential development. Anything over 5 lots is gonna require a fire hydrant.
Okay,
But we see everything that's less than 5 acres.
okay.
Whether it's the farmer giving an acre of ground to their child to build a house, up to the 20, 30 lot subdivisions from the development. We see, if it's less than 5 acres, then we see it.
So you're saying that every five lots should have a fire hydrant, or is it 5 lots?
That's in our regulations, I'm not saying that. That's
But I mean,
what,
that's what I'm saying, that it is in the regulations, that
if fire protection is available,
if it's, okay.
correct. I don't. That concludes staff report, unless there's any other questions.
Any other questions for me? And that's mainly to try to accommodate these simple subdivisions.
Right.
And make somebody wait to come before the planning commission. It's pretty well done, right? Everything's in place. And we've already to do that.
And that's, I'm 99% sure that's defined in the subdivision regulations. I don't have that with
I think
me.
it is.
I don't have that with me now, but I think it's defined, it usually is.
All right. Item number 5 is election of officers.
Yeah, this is something Boyd had asked us to talk about and consider last month, and I'll let.
Okay, and I don't know, I think we need to look at that every year, really. I mean,
We do.
I don't think that, always done that in the past, but certainly want to do that. So, being the chairman, I'll just open up the floor, for nominations for a chairman of the county planning commission.
Are you willing to serve again?
I'm willing to serve one more term, and we discussed this, I've been on this board long enough, I think it's time for somebody else to serve, but Tom had asked me to stay on a while longer since so many new members have come on, but I will be willing to serve if that's what it's for.
Make a motion.
I second.
Okay, motion is second to nominate or myself. Any other nominations?
I move the nomination be closed.
And to elect Mr. Barker by acclamation.
Pardon?
To elect Mr. Barker by acclamation.
Yes. Yes, thank you.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry.
Need a second for that.
Second.
John, okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, we will open for nomination for vice chairman.
And we do need a new vice chairman.
We do, our previous vice chairman was Al Hayes. Served for many years in that capacity, he decided to come on board, he had his plate full, and so we've been without a vice chairman now for 6 months, yes, at least. So we need to elect a vice chairman. We do have one member that is not here, and that is Marshall Williams. I just got his contact information, so I can contact him in the future, but,
Mr. Chairman, if you allow me, in the roles of the vice chairman, it is simply to fill in for the chairman when the chairman is not present at the meetings. That's it.
I recommend, I nominate Patricia Williams.
I don't accept it. Thank you very much. I've got my hands full of BZA, just learning this, so.
How about you, Randall?
No, I'm here with that, John.
Greg. I know that Greg will take it.
I'll serve.
I second it.
Okay, a motion is second, to nominate Greg Mitchell. Any other nominations? If not, do we hear a motion to elect Greg by acclamation?
Yes.
We have a motion second, over here, just pick one.
Got it.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
And Greg, if you are ever in the big chair, I will be more than happy to.
Thanks, sir.
Guide you
I
along.
appreciate it.
Big chair. And then, we need to elect a secretary. Mr. Hackett currently serves in that capacity.
Anybody want the,
Are you willing to continue to serve?
I'll do it one more time.
Make a motion.
I second.
Motion by Mr. Mitchell, second by Ms. Wiley. Is it Wiley?
Well, it is, it is.
Wiley, okay. Thank you. Sometimes they don't get any more than which way it is. To nominate John Hackett as secretary. Are there any other nominations? Is there a nomination to elect him by acclamation? So moved and second by Randall. All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, Ms. Hackett, you're secretary. So that takes care of the election of officers. I think we have covered other business, but I will ask if there's any other business.
This gentleman.
Mr. Desmond? You have some business?
Yes. I'm wanting to move a lot line, I just need to know what I need to do.
Okay, Mr. Davenport, after the lot line has been moved, is the result of the movement, will both tracks be under 5 acres? Okay, so what you'll need to do is you'll need to get a surveyor to come out and survey lots, put them on subdivision plat, and you can bring them before us. If there are no variances to that, we can do what's called administrative approval, and it'll be a lot quicker than you have to wait on one to break that.
But I do have to plot both lots.
Correct, yes, sir.
And I've heard of something about getting you folks to sign off on something. Is that possible?
Yes.
That's the plat.
As long as, like I said, as long as your movement does not cause any violations of our subdivision.
It still has to be done by a survey, right?
Correct.
Other questions?
Not yet.
If they come up, I'll need that.
What you're saying is, just like you're talking about, and you explaining there, that's two lots, and he moves that lot line, there's no other infrastructure or anything like that, and you have to be staff approved.
I mean, I'd have to look at it first, but yeah, more than likely,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's no variance there, I know what
Correct.
he's talking about, yeah.
Any other business?
I was wondering, does Upper Cumberland provide any training for planning commissions?
Yeah, I give us 4 hours every year.
Do you?
Yes.
Is that on the schedule for regular?
So, a lot of times we get it within the context of our meeting. When we were doing the zoning ordinance, we got ample hours of training every year. So this year will be more, I'll probably come up with things to train us on, and we'll train probably once a quarter.
The CPAS also have, planning commission training. She does.
That, they would probably, CTAS probably give that to me, and then I would
Okay.
provide it, if I had to guess. I haven't talked to them about that in a while, but.
Any other business?